Was this game more about Stafford's dominance or the Bucs' injuries?
And listen, I love what I watched with Matthew Stafford and the way he went about winning that game. But I do believe if Tampa Bay had all of their parts, that this would have been a different game. You know, and not even if you don't have everybody, if you just give me back Chris Godwin, just give me that inside presence. People don't understand, you underestimate the importance of a Godwin. When have we seen Tom Brady do anything great without his Wes Welker, without my dude, who's one of my best dudes, Julian Edelman, without that presence that Chris Godwin provided for him before he got hurt? Now, I believe, like we talked about, Tom Brady's had one of the greatest years of his career. You can't walk away with that. He's going to go and find him, or they'll sign Chris Godwin, find a few more people, and put that thing back together. I say it was more about what Tampa Bay does not have. That's why Tom will come back with those pieces, and he'll swing again.
You're wrong. But what else is new? You're up against me. I mean, you usually are.
That's perfect.
I mean, that's what it is. There's nothing perfect about that. I mean, this is the reality of the situation. You're looking at it from an injured standpoint because of the ultimate outcome. I'm looking at what the Los Angeles Rams were doing when they marched into Tampa yesterday and how they were running roughshod over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at that particular moment in time and how Matthew Stafford played a role in picking them apart. I'm looking at the fact that Cooper Kupp had 9 receptions for 183 yards and was targeted 11 times. Now, the one thing that Matthew Stafford has been consistent about all year long, he looking for Cooper Kupp all day, every day.
Don't blame him.
Nothing changed, okay? Nothing changed, and there was nothing that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could do about it. So here you are, Odell Beckham Jr., Baker Mayfield. Very bad times for Baker Mayfield because he's home, he's not in the playoffs, and somehow, some way, you couldn't make Odell Beckham Jr. work. You have folks out there were thinking Odell Beckham Jr. was finished. Well, guess what? Y'all must have forgot. That brother could still ball, okay? And he ain't Cooper Kupp. He ain't the #1 option. Don't need to be, but Odell Beckham Jr. had, 6 receptions, 69 yards. He showed up. He showed up, and he's been doing a damn good job for the Los Angeles Rams. And could you imagine if Robert Woods never went down, what the Rams offense would be doing with Woods and Odell and Cooper Kupp and Higbee and those boys?
Right.
I mean, my goodness.
Right.
All right. Cam Akers, he just got back a couple of weeks ago. We know that he got stripped. But, I mean, if Ndamukong Suh get his hands on the ball, ain't too many people going to be able to hold on to the damn ball.
That's the strongest joker in the world,
That brother's massive. I mean, that's a mammoth of a man. So we get all of that. All I'm trying to say to you is this. Matthew Stafford was balling. He finishes the game 28-38, 366 yards, 2 touchdowns, not a single interception. And he was doing his thing in the first half. When things seemed to be collapsing in the second half, as Tom Brady and the Bucs came roaring back, Stafford finds Cooper Kupp deep over the top again. So what I'm saying to you is that when you look at it from that perspective, it was more about Stafford than anybody else. Because the same dudes that you were talking about that were absent, that led to them being shorthanded and struggling, it didn't stop them from coming back in the second half. Okay?
So
that's what it is.
my point.
I'm not proving your point. I'm saying Stafford found a way to get it done.
No doubt, Stafford. With a full deck, he found a way to get it done. He had not a full deck, a stacked deck. Got everybody else's best player put him. Tom Brady lost all his players, and he still
Robert Woods wasn't there. You understand? He's got Cooper Kupp, who he's been. Listen,
okay, he lost Robert Woods and got Odell Beckham.
4 lost fumbles, too.
And Brady lost Godwin in Antonio Brown.
Don't give me Antonio Brown. He was never there. He was never there. Antonio Brown's a waste of time. So I'm tired of people bringing him up. How many games did you miss? You missed 3 games because you got suspended. You was missing games before that because you were injured. Lord knows what the hell else was going on with you. We acting like he was there all year and some dependable commodity that Brady lost. He deserted Brady all year long.
No doubt.
Don't want to hear that.
No doubt. And all those things are true. Okay. But his talent on that football field.
His talent is big time.
It could have gotten Brady past that game. Even if give me anybody with that kind of talent. And that's all I'm saying. Tom Brady can go find that anybody with some kind of talent and be right back in it. He'll be right back in it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.